slicing, just nothing but just like how the name suggests. So it is gonna let you pull apart or extract a part from the string by using index numbers here. So I have a variable called c to which I'm assigning I am fine with a dot at the end. And as you know, this slicing takes up 3 arguments. So I have the first argument is 4 here in this example. 4 indicates the first argument from where you want to start. Sorry, first index number from where you want to start. And then the next I have the last index up till what you want to go. So I want to start at 4 and go up till 7. So lower bound is 4 here and upper bound is 7. And you also have the third argument, which is not present here, but it is like an increment operator. So from the beginning till the end, by how you want to increase, by how many you want to increase. So if the third argument is not present, your interpreter is going to consider the default one, which is 1 here. So it's going to go from 4, 5, 6 without including the upper bound. As you know, when it comes to Python in upper bound, it would not include the upper bound. So it would be 4, 5, and 6. So go 1, upper bound minus 1. And how your interpreter is going to identify that this is slicing is by looking at the colon. So you have to make sure you're adding that between the arguments. So this is going to return. This is index for the space F and I. So it's going to return space Fi. And here in the next example, in the next print statement, I don't have upper bound as well as lower bound here. So it's going to consider the entire string data. Since there is no third argument mentioned, you have to let the interpreter consider that it has to increase by 1. So it's going to print each and every character from the string data. And if you don't have the third argument, it's okay to put an empty semicolon just like that, or just go without the second semicolon. That would still, colon. That would still work. Your second colon is important only when you add the argument, else that would be a problem. There you go. And in the next example with the slicing, I've mentioned all 3 arguments here. So it's going to start at 0, lower bound, and upper bound is 6, which means it's going to only go till 5. And we have third argument here. This time I have 2, which means from 0 to 6, it's going to increase by 2. So it's going to print item at index 0, and then index 2, and then index 4. And 4 plus 2 would be 6. Since 6 would not come under this range, interpreter is going to stop at 4. So it's going to print 0, which is I, and then A. 0 is I, A is 2 because the space would be 1. So it's not going to consider that. And this space would be 4. So these are the 3 characters the interpreter is going to print. And in the next example, I have an example of using negative index number, which means your interpreter is going to go in the reverse direction. So, and as you can see, there are no lower bound and upper bounds are mentioned. So it's going to consider the entire string. But this time it's going to go in the reverse direction because we have a negative number in the third argument. Since it's -1, it's going to display each and every character. So going to start from dot and go up till I. So just printing the entire string in the reverse order. So whenever you want to reverse your string for any purpose, you can go with slicing by using negative index number in the end.